Hello, and happy Saturday, friends. How are you doing today? Really, how are you? My name is Kirsty, and this is another episode of Is It Expired? Let's Shop My Stash. Here is my disclaimer, as always, do not use expired makeup. I know what the consequences can be, and if I show up with an eye patch on one day, you're probably going to know I got pink eye, and that makeup was expired. I'm taking these chances so you don't have to. Yep. So the point of this project is to get reacquainted with some of my older products I have been collecting for many, many years, and some things kind of just get thrown into the back of my drawers. So I let a random number generator pick 5 items for me every week out of my 1,000+ makeup products. I test them out for a week, and if there's any sort of reaction, if they smell funny, if the texture's different, I am going to get rid of them. It is time to let them go. Otherwise, it's just fun to kind of play with things I haven't seen in a while. I've forgotten about. It's gotten lost in the wilderness. It went into... Wilderness? Wilderness! It went to Narnia. And I have to dig on in, crawl in on my hands and knees, and pull it out. So that's what's happening. So we're going to see what I pulled last week, see what the progress is like, see if I have to get rid of anything, and then we're going to move on to this week. So, from last week, let's reverse. Let's rewind. So from last week, first off, I do have the Doja Cat Flora Peony palette. This is a couple years old. Very, very pretty, very, very unique. A lot of fun to play with. It was fine. No issues here. I did really enjoy playing with it. I actually think I used the yellow just about every day. I got ready 4 times last week, and I think that was a part of each and every look, and I loved it. So I had a lot of fun with this, and I am excited to keep it and bring it back out in the future. Next. Much luxury. I just love the velvet case. It's so beautiful. This is the Guerlain face highlighting powder. I am not pretending to speak it in French again. Pronounce it in French. Just a beautiful, glowy, it is a bronzer on my skin, let's be honest, but it is a stunning one. Guerlain always smells so luxury. I don't even know what to compare it to, but it smells beautiful. You can tell it's Guerlain just by the scent, I feel like. And again, only a couple years old, so I am excited to keep using that. I did definitely get a little bit of progress on it, which is fabulous. Love it, love to see it. And I'm excited to keep using that in the future too. And I'm going to put it back in its home. It's going home. Next, I have the Makeup Revolution I Heart Revolution Praline Lip Gloss. This is from one of their chocolate bar sets, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I actually think it's almost empty. Like, there's no product on the wand, which is super weird, right? So I think it's just about empty. I might as well just keep using it till I finish it. Still smells like candy. Still smells fine. I had no issues with it. So it does say 12 months after opening, and it's definitely like 4 or 5 years old. Great. Again, actively choosing to ignore those. But I had no reaction, and it still smells beautiful, so I'm going to keep it for now. I'm going to try and use it up, honestly. The fact that it has to be almost done, there's nothing coming out on the wand, I might as well just use it on up. Watch those elbows, they just get wild in over here. This is the Clinique Even Better Foundation in Neutral. This, I thought it was almost empty before, but it's still, like, it's got a little bit left. It's probably about here, but I actually didn't pull a foundation this week, so I'm going to keep trying to use it this week. I want to see if I can use it up. It's so close. I can feel it. However, because my summer skin is gone and I'm back into my winter zone here, I do have to mix it with a lighter foundation, so I am using less of it each time I use it, and I think that's putting a hinder on how quickly I'm getting through it. But I know I can use it up by the end of the year, so I'm just going to kind of keep pulling it in here and there until I can finish it. Thing's 9 years old. Time to go. Time to go, buddy. But beautiful. I'm just going to use this up. At this point, we've come too far. We've had too much of a journey. We're gonna finish our journey. Alright. Alright, next I have the Glitz Wiz palette. This is from Sheglam. It is about 2.5 years old. It is a dupe of the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Say that 3 times fast. Very, very pretty. I actually really like this palette. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes I struggle with a little bit, but you can get there. So I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep playing with it, and we're just going to have some fun. We're just going to enjoy each other. We're just in an open relationship. It's fine. And that is everything from last week. I had really no issues. The oldest thing is the Clinique foundation, and I'm so close to finishing it. I'm like, let's just do it. We can just do this. Those are all going to go back in my drawers, and we're going to move on to this week. We're going to fast forward. Okay, moving on. This week actually pulled a lot of really fun stuff, and I'm sure you can kind of tell I went a little wild. I really enjoyed it. I've been having a lot of fun with this, and I'm excited for this week. I really am, and I think that's such a huge part of makeup is when you can actually get excited to get ready, and you're like, yes, I love those items that it picked. Let's do this. So first of all, this is a magnetic palette from Nomad. Everything in here is from Nomad, but they are just single shadows. So, and the one that it actually pulled was this orange matte, which is called Jaguar. This is the palette I specifically used today. I will note each shadow I did actually use down below, but the one that was actually part of the weekly picks is Jaguar. So this bright orange matte, and I'm obsessed. It is beautiful. So this entire palette is beautiful. Beautiful. But the orange is what I'm going to be focusing on. I likely will not use the palette altogether for the rest of the week. I just kind of wanted to see what I could play with today, and then I will mix and match that orange with some other things later on. Just for funsies. Funsies. Moving on. Next. Pile of stuff, and I'm like, what did I pick? What am I doing? What's happening? Alright, everyone and their mother has this palette. I swear. I see it everywhere. This is the Makeup Revolution times Soph X palette. I feel like I said that really weird. This is the Makeup Revolution and Soph X collaboration palette, the highlight palette. I've had this for probably 3 years now. It's not incredibly old, but it's older. And it's very pretty. It is. It's got some really unique shades in there, which is fun. I just don't feel like I use it enough, so I am kind of excited to get some use out of it. I do like it. I just think the packaging is very cheap. But it is what it is. So we'll use that for the week, and then we'll move on. This is something I pull out once in a while anyway, so I'm not super excited about it, but we'll have some fun. I'll try to play with some of the shades I don't necessarily always use. We'll go that route. Next. Ooh. Next. Okay. I pulled the Nars Rikugien Satin Lip Pencil. That was satisfying. This is... try to get it to focus. Just a really nice sheer nude. It came in, I think, a holiday set probably 8 or 9 years ago, and I always forget I have these. It honestly got hidden. It took me 20 minutes to find this in my collection because it had gone to Narnia, and did not want to come back. It was out teaming up with Aslan, just doing their own thing, and I had to come and make my case. I had to state my case. I said, you can come with me for a week, and then you can go back. It's fine. But I do actually really like this, and honestly, it's quite small at this point, so I feel like I could get some solid use out of this to a point where it feels feasible to finish it, and I love that, so this is going to be fun for the week until it goes missing again. Yay! This is my makeup shame. So I went to makeup school in 2010/2011, I think. And don't get me wrong, like, we had kits back then. They gave us kits for school. And I have gotten rid of pretty much everything because it's all 12 years old. Except for this. This is my makeup shame. I actually still have, I think, 3 or 4 of these lip liners. They are Ben Nye lip color pencils. And it's the one thing I still have from that kit. And I don't really know why, but probably because, first of all, they're beautiful. And secondly, like, it's perfect. That's a bruise. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, that's a bruise. Okay, just checking. But the color is still absolutely perfect. The bruise is just hanging around. It's smooth. It's silky. I love it. I do have it on today, but because I just kind of did the outline of my lips with the Rikugien, it lightened it up quite a bit, which is what I wanted because I have a bright eye on, and I didn't... It is Halloween season. I'll probably get a little more wild with this later in the week. Woo! Moving on. Last, I do have the Morphe. This is the clear brow gel. This is only about a year old, and I do use it every day anyway, so I was kind of happy I pulled it because it is almost empty, and I just want to get rid of it. I don't love it. I put this on before I do my pencil, just to kind of give them a little more shape and direction. It doesn't hold very well. I don't love it. So I am looking forward to just kind of being done with it shortly. And I'm glad that I can just focus on it this week and then hopefully just get it out of my collection because I have a ton of other brow gels that I want to use. And yeah, I'm just kind of excited to see it go. I want you gone. Had enough of your shit. Okay, moving on. No, I'm not, because that's it. That was everything. I am really excited for this week. I do I love those Nomad shadows, as you can tell. Like, they are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I did actually do another singles order from another indie brand. It is here, but I'm waiting for all my birthday orders to come in, and I'm going to do one big haul video so that I can kind of show everything, do some swatches, and just go that route. So it's still sitting in a box. And I'm not going to say what brand it is yet, but I am very excited. There are some mattes. There are some beautiful shimmers. My hair is just a big fluffy mess today. So that is on the horizon. Once I get everything in, I do have to do a Sephora order as well, but I have just really gotten into more indie brands lately, so that's kind of what I've been doing a lot recently. And don't get me wrong, I have a ton of stuff that you can get at Sephora. A lot of it is a little bit older, or like I said, I just order straight from the website of the brand because you can find better sales usually. And I'm a frugal bitch. It is what it is. So I am going to have a little haul from them, but not until I think the 31st is when the sale starts for like the rest of us. But we'll get there, and then once that comes in, I'm still waiting on one other thing, and I'll do a big ol' haul video, and you can see my birthday presents to myself. Yep. But that's everything. It's going to be a fun week. I love bright colors, so I'm just going to have a blast with this. Have a wonderful day, week, weekend, wherever you are. Enjoy your journey, and I will see you next week.